Yo, what's going on, family? This is the Trayvon Jones Conscious Talk channel, Trayvon Jones Conscious Talk channel, where I like to talk to the so-called Black community. Family, we are having quite a year. We are having quite a year. We're seeing all these lynchings and all these killings right in front of our faces. So we can't deny what we're actually seeing and what's actually going on right now. I was talking to a nurse, a fellow coworker of mine. And, I kind of brought up, kind of the things that are going on right now. And she just basically, said, well, I don't look at the news. I don't pay attention to that. See, it's people like that that really bother me. And the reason why that bothers me is because you are willingly trying to see what's going on right now. You're willingly trying to not pay attention to anything that is going on. And you have to be able to see with your eyes and with your spiritual eyes. And I say that a lot. You have to be able to see it with your spiritual eyes to actually see what is going on and the reason why a lot of these things are happening to us. We have Robert Fuller, young man in Lancaster, who was hung in a tree. He was hung in a tree. And they're trying to tell the world and convince the family that he hung himself. This was suicide, family. So now that we're putting pressure on these motherfuckers, now all of a sudden, they want to look into how the knot was tied. They want to check those type of things out. But this is all common sense. This is all common sense. This is retaliation. This is strong hatred. So for those of you who want to turn your face and act like this shit is not happening, shame on you. You should be ashamed of yourself because you need to acknowledge it and you need to see it. Because you'll be the same person when this shit knocks on your damn doorstep talking about, I don't understand why this happened and she was such a good person, he was such a good person. But you are willfully ignoring what is happening to your people. That kind of shit bothers me, family. That bothers me. Because now is the time that we need to be together. We need to be together. But for some strange reason, the devil is really working because this is the time that a lot of us are just, hating each other even more because that's a spiritual thing. Because a lot of these motherfuckers got demons on them and those demons are coming out. Because when you are trying to follow the law, statutes, and commandments and you trying to do right, because that's the key. We got to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. And when you do that, boy, the devil just comes out. He comes out. But we have to say, you know what? We got to just look past all of that and we have to stay focused. We have to stay focused on what we are seeing because they have put out a decree to start killing us, family, at an alarming rate. This is what they're doing to us, and we need to understand it. Hey, Rooney Smith, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Appreciate that. But we have a decree that is set on us right now, family, because we got Robert Fuller. Now we got Malcolm Harsh. This young man was in Victorville, and he was hung in a homeless encampment. Now his family is looking into this investigation because they just want to brush that shit off, of course. They don't want to deal with it, but this man was, in Victorville. And I have to tell you a quick story. I used to live in Victorville. This was over 20 years ago. I used to live in Victorville. And I had a house out there. And I was sitting out on my front porch. It was, evening time, drinking some wine, sitting out on my porch. It was nice and quiet. Everybody was in their houses. It was just a nice, quiet evening, And all of a sudden, police just drives up on me. He gets out the car and he says, "Excuse me, sir, but do you live here?" I said, "Yes, I live here. This is my home." Well, my neighbor across the street, she was a Karen, and she just called the police on me because I was outside, and she said that it looked like I was trying to rob the place. But that police officer, he was a white boy, but he had enough common sense to know, well, robbers usually don't sit and have a glass of wine and sit and have a glass of wine chilling. They don't usually do that. You know what I'm saying? So he had to ask the question, sir, do you you live here, right? And he had that type of look on his face. Like you live here. But Karen and I, we had to have a conversation. We had to have a serious conversation. It's like, you know, how dare you call the police when you know damn well that I live right here? But to make a long story short, I had to move up out of there because that's where a lot of the KKK lived at that particular time. I know that it's a lot more black people that live out there now, but at that time, over 20 years ago, when I lived out there, it was still hillbilly city. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't take kindly to black people living out there. Although the houses were very cheap, it was, they have nice houses out there, but I just didn't feel safe out there. And honestly, I don't like living in an environment where I'm not welcomed. Where I am not welcome, they do not want me to be. I am not trying to force myself on others like that. That's something that I just don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel comfortable being around people that don't want to be around me. And they're letting me know, I don't like you. I don't want you around me. So guess what? Trayvon got the fuck up out of there and he moved on because I just wasn't going to continue to be in an environment, that I just didn't feel safe in. So this is no surprise to me. You know what I'm saying? That in Victorville, we get another hanging, by Malcolm, Harsh, that's some crazy ass shit. But I just wanted to also talk about Rayshard Brooks. This is another one, family. Rayshard Brooks is a gentleman who was in a Wendy's drive-through. Now he had been drinking. He was drunk. He passed out in the drive-through, family. The police was called on him. The person that was talking to the police, they asked the person, well, does he have any weapons or anything? They said, no, he does not have any weapons. They made that very clear. No, he does not have any weapons. He just appears to be intoxicated. That's it. So they go to the car, the police officers, hey, wake up, they give a sobriety test. He fails the test. Now, in my humble opinion, family, I believe that all these motherfuckers had to do was, wake him up, give him a sobriety test, ticket the man. You know what I'm saying? The man was clear enough to say, hey, I have a family members that live, my sister lives right down the street. I can walk to her house. All they had to do was either take the man to the house or let him walk himself to the house, impound that damn car, ticket him, and keep it pushing. And that would have squashed the whole thing, family. But instead, they escalated it by wanting to arrest him, you know, and it's easy to say, just comply, just calm down, just accept it, just relax. This is what we get all the fucking time. He don't want to go to jail. Personally, I don't think he should have went to jail for something like that. He wasn't driving at that very moment when they pulled up on him. He made a mistake. He passed out in the drive-through. You guys were able to catch it. Let the man go home. If he's able to walk home, and obviously he was, let the man walk home, impound the damn car, give him a ticket, and keep on pushing. That's what I believe. Or if you're gonna arrest a man, arrest him, let him sleep it off, then let him go. But to have it escalated to that level was ridiculous to me. And we can argue all day long that he shouldn't have resisted, he shouldn't have fought. We can do all of that, but my point is that there are ways that you deal with people. It should not, your first response should not always with black people, with so-called black people, and I have to keep saying that because we're Israelites. But when you're dealing with Israelites, you do not have to use force. That could have been easily de-escalated, family. And I know I'm speaking out of the box here because we know that that's unrealistic. Now, that shit probably could have happened to a white person that went through that because it wouldn't have went that far if it was a white person that was going through this. It wouldn't have went that far. They would have saw that the person got home safely at the very least. They would have arrested them, calmed them down. They wouldn't have used that force. But they shot this man twice in his back. Twice in his back. Now they're saying that he took the taser. Yeah, he took that damn taser because he didn't want you using it on him. So yeah, he took it. And he was running away from you. You shot him 2 times in his back. Now, if that was any Caucasian person, they would have de-escalated that man in other ways. They would have stopped him in other ways. They would not have just shot him in his back. But with us, for some strange reason, family, that is always the thing to do. They just say, oh, just shoot, just shoot. Ask questions later. Just shooting. This is always what we are told. And I was looking at a documentary. I don't know exactly what it was called, but they had a bunch of police officers who, were telling the truth. And they were saying, we are told to target minorities. We are told to target Black people. We are told to target Latino people. We are told to target the LGBTQ community. People that they think, homeless people, they're told to target these people, family, from the higher ups. So when you say that, oh, this ain't real, you guys are just using that black card, you guys are always complaining, and you're seeing it front hand, you're seeing it you're seeing it right now. You are seeing it because there is no denying it, but you still gonna have those stupid ass naysayers that come out and say, but all lives matter. When, let's just be honest, fuck all of that. Fuck the all lives matter thing. Fuck that. You can keep that all lives matter bullshit. Because clearly you have people who are trying to send a message to us because they know that their time is up. So they're doing any and everything that they can to keep us in submission, to keep us in the Christianity, to keep us docile, to keep us confused, to keep us following these stupid ass holidays. This is what they're systematically trying to do to us. Go out and go vote when clearly we're not supposed to vote for our oppressors. We are not supposed to vote for other nations, Israelites, so-called Black man. We are not supposed to support them in that manner. We're not supposed to vote for them. How is it? And I want you to think with your open up your spiritual eyes right now, family. Come on. This is what I need you to do. How is it? Whenever it's time for voting, they're always focused on the Black vote. Come on. Why is it that they're always focused just on the Black vote? I know that has to make you think. They never focus on the Latino vote. They never focus on any of the other Caucasian votes. It's always the Black vote because they know something that a lot of you don't know. They're keeping you in sin by doing these type of things. It's called crafty counsel. That's what it's called. And they do these things strategically because they have meetings about us, family. They have secret meetings about us, how to keep us in further sin. This is what they do. And we are not supposed to vote for them or put them as a leader over us. If we're going to have a leader, it has to be someone from our own nation, family, not some European person or any other type of person. It's supposed to be someone from your nation that you put over you. And they know that. You just don't know that. So they keep these things from you. But luckily you have people like me and others that will tell you the truth and tell you these type of things. We're not supposed to do that, Israel. We're not supposed to put other people over us. So they systematically get together and they focus on the so-called black vote all the damn time. Who the black people voting for? Black people. They just need your vote. They gotta have your vote to keep you in sin. Because the longer that they're able to keep us in sin, the longer their wretched asses get to stay in power. So when I'm getting my people saying we just gotta go out and vote, they don't realize how stupid they sound. They don't even realize that that is set up by your enemy to keep you in sin when you're not supposed to be voting for them in the first place. You're not supposed to do that. So they always focus on our black vote, but damn it, they're not getting mine. And it's a whole lot of others that they just simply not gonna get this time around. Because a lot of us are waking up to that voting bullshit. And we're just not willing to do it. But this is what they constantly tell us to do. Just go out and vote. Don't go out and march. Don't go out and do these things. But, or fight back or wake up and find out who you really are. Don't do that. Don't do that. But this is what they do, family. Now, you had the police chief, she stepped down. She stepped down because of this whole Rayshard Brooks thing, because of, him being shot and killed the way that he was killed. So now that police chief, she stepped down all of a sudden. She feeling guilty. Why did she step down? Why did she step down? She stepped down because she's feeling guilty, because she knows the police, what they do. This is why Trump wants more police. He wants more police out there hunting us down, because what they're doing is picking and choosing who they want to target and who they want to kill. Because there was a bill that was passed in the 60s, I believe, that protects police officers. It protects them from being imprisoned, put in the jail, for killing one of us, and they can just call, our murders a casualty, like Breonna Taylor, they can just call her death a casualty. Well, we didn't mean to kill her, but, she died because we were doing an investigation. Oh, well, so they don't have to, suffer any consequences for just killing her because she's a casualty. There was a law that was passed. So that protects them. We got to abolish that fucking law. That law has to fucking go. There's no way in hell that law needs to stay in place. But see, this is why we need to know these things, family. Because we keep seeing over and over again how these police, they get paid administrative leave. At the very least, most they'll just get fired from their job. But then that means that they can go and go get another job. You know what I'm saying? As a police officer. So, but we're just satisfied with the little things. And we have to stop being satisfied with just the little things, family. Now, we are still in our captivity right now. We are still in our captivity. So there's not really much that we can really do. And we're still going to get injustice. We're going to still get it because we refuse to come back to the Most High and follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. And that is the key. And we have to collectively come together as Israelites. We have to stop being called Black people. We have to stop being called African American people. We have to stop with that. We have to stop that. We have to come collectively together as Israelites and start following his law, statutes, and commandments. That's really the bottom line. That's why we keep saying these things, because you have these demons that are scared right now, because a lot of us are waking up, but a lot of us that are still in Christianity, we still think we can love our enemy. We still think that we can just pray it away, with white Jesus. We believe that. Those are the ones that they are killing, the ones that they are knocking off. Those are the ones that are still not understanding that we have to come to the Most High and follow him. Not thinking that we can just say some Hail Marys or we can just pray to God and say, "Oh Lord, forgive me," and then move on and fry us some pork chops. We can't do that. Can't do it. This is why we continue and we keep seeing it an alarming rate. It just keeps on happening, and it's happening more and more now, family. I mean, it's just happening more and more now. We're seeing it consistently. Our people being hung in trees, and that is a message to us. That is I mean, because Jesus was hung on a tree. You have their Caucasian Jesus, that was hung on a cross, but that's some devil type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just them making mockery of us. So they'll put him on a cross. But that's not even what the Bible says. It says he was hung on a tree. And he was the first one that had to go through that. And we are his people. So we go through that too. So that we're constantly being reminded, that, hey, we hate you too. you know, it just reminds me of that song by Billie Holiday, "Strange Fruit." That song is so real. And although that song was recorded over 40 years ago, 50 years ago, it's prevalent now. Billie Holiday's "Strange Fruit." And it's talking about black bodies being swung, hung in the trees and swinging around. And it's just talking about black bodies just you know, uh, uh, you know, just being there for food and for the birds and how we were just treated and how she had to witness this thing when she would go and travel to different states and different places. When she would have to travel, Billie Holiday, she would see these things. She would see these things. It was places she couldn't go into. She couldn't go in certain bars or certain establishments, for white, that was just strictly for white people you know, and she would see black bodies swinging in trees. And she wrote a song about it. So when we say that all of this is in the past and I didn't do it, and that was my grandfather or my great grandfather that did that, I didn't do it, lies and more lies. Because personally, if America and the government can come up with all this money you know, and all these trillions of dollars to pay all these things and all these other groups of people able to get reparations. Why can't black people get reparations? I mean, after all, we built America. And I stand with Ice Cube. I don't listen to Ice Cube like that. I think he's a wonderful actor. You know what I'm saying? But and producer. But I stand with him on, black people shouldn't have to pay taxes. We should not have to pay no taxes at all. They already redline us in so many ways. Black people can't even get homes. We're still being redlined from being able to purchase homes, family, because they don't want a lot of them don't want us in their neighborhoods. A lot of them do not want us to own homes because a lot of our enemies, they own all these properties that we have to rent, and so this money every year, the cost of living is going up and we're spending more and more money, and we're making these people rich. It's all set up to make these people rich for us not to have a damn thing. You know, when we as a black people need to collectively get together and start making things happen. But we have to come together as the children of Israel. Stop being black. Stop being African American. This is what we need to do, family. This is what the Most High is waiting for us to do. And He will protect us. And not only that, He's going to put us back in our rightful place. And that's what a lot of these other nations are afraid of, family. Because they know once we are put back in our rightful place, it's slavery for them. And especially those who help to keep us down and to put us down and to keep us in and having us buying on the Sabbath and shit like that. This is when a lot of times they like to set up shop and shit on Sabbath, on Saturday, when we need to be over here worshiping the Most High on that day. We need to be focused on Him on that particular day. That's what we need to be doing. But what do? We figure Saturday, hey, we want to go to the club. Well, we can't go to the club right now. All praises to the Most High, because the Most High is shutting all of this down because, you know, the coronavirus rate for police officers who were out there, when we were out there protesting and all that kind of stuff, man, the police officers that have gotten coronavirus has skyrocketed. It has skyrocketed out of this world, because of this whole coronavirus thing and because of this whole protesting thing. A lot of police officers have gotten it. I mean, a lot of them are scared shitless, and they ain't trying to have to go out there if they don't have to. So that's why they want to keep us calm, and they want to keep us, in control. But we're out here protesting and doing all these things. That's wonderful, and we are making some noise, and I got to give it to us, because I'm proud of Minneapolis right now. I'm really proud of them that they were able to, shut that police shit down, where a lot of those police officers aren't going to get those funds, all for all that overtime, they just cleaning up off of that money. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that Minneapolis was able to get that money back and direct that money towards where it needs to be, to help people, to help us, you know what I'm saying? To build things that will be beneficial for the people instead of just the first thing you want to do is throw us in jail. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these private organizations, they have to have, bodies to put in there. They have to have bodies to put in those prisons. They have to have bodies to put in those jails. So they're going out and disproportionately out hunting us down to supply them with that. And once you go to prison, family, you're a slave. You are a slave. So to say that slavery does not still exist, family, it still does. It's still here, family. It is still here. And look at the people that they are killing, you know what I'm saying? And just doing all these horrible things to, they're shooting our women in their own home. It's gotten to the point where women are dying in their own homes. A Tatiana Jefferson, you know what I'm saying? She's being shot in their own damn homes. Can't even leave the damn front door open so they can get some fresh air, family. Enjoy some of that good fresh air that comes in. Because I like to do that. I like to, to leave the door open so some fresh air, especially after a good rain. You know what I'm saying? You want some of that fresh air to get in there, into your home, to air it out, to air those walls out. That's a good thing. But what do? We can't even do that now, family. That's so sad and that's so pathetic. How we are constantly having to live under this oppression. How we are constantly having to live, you wake up saying, oh God, I got to face another day. You go to bed and say, damn, am I going to be safe because my eyes are closed? Am I going to be safe? Can I close my damn eyes? This is what we are saying constantly. This is what we are afraid of, and we are saying constantly, family. But it tells us in Deuteronomy, we gonna feel that way because we are under these curses. We are gonna feel like, damn, when I wake up, I'm feeling like, damn, another day, I'm feeling like, damn, I wish I can go to bed. And then when it's time to go to bed, you say, damn, I wish it was daybreak because I just, I don't want to, I'm afraid to lay down. It tells us that in the Bible. So I'm just paraphrasing, but it tells us that in Deuteronomies, that we will always be on our toes. We're going to always be feeling some kind of way. We'll never be comfortable. We'll never be comfortable. And we are seeing that at an alarming rate. But family, this is always happening to us. It's just now we have video cameras to be able to record it, to be able to see it. We can see it now. We can see it now. That's the only difference. And we can record it. But this shit is always happening to us. We still got cops that still ain't learned their goddamn lesson. They still putting their knee on necks. They're still doing it. They are still doing it. I'm drinking some red wine. Red wine is good for you, family. I gotta, I was reading, about how, the Most High, he was, he turned, water into wine and, and I had to think about that for a minute. You have some people who think, oh yeah, the Most High just wanted everybody to be able to party. He just wanted people to get drunk and party. But no, The Most High said there's a time you have to put away that water and drink wine. He tells us to drink wine because when you think about it, wine, especially red wine, has all type of um, antibacterials, antibiotics in it. It has B1 or B2, I believe. Um, it just has a lot of aminos and all type of good things are in wine. So when you drink wine, it's beneficial for you. You know what I'm saying? It's good for your blood. It's good for your body. And even scientists tell you that, having a glass of wine is good for you. It's healthy for your blood. It's healthy for you. But the Most High was telling us that way back then. So when he was turning water into wine, it's like, all right, stop with the water because, we can drink too much water sometimes, family. And water helps to, can sometimes help to push viruses and help, to cause them, and what I mean is because it's helping to spread it. It can help to spread those things. Sometimes we need water, to survive. So by all means, I'm not saying don't drink water because we do need water. We do need that. But the Most High created wine for us. So that's where I need you guys to open up your spiritual eyes, because a lot of us, especially in Christianity, would say, oh no, you're a drunkard, don't drink wine, that's just bad, and blah, 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 blah. When Jesus drank wine, you know, they said, oh, you're a wine bibber because his eyes were red a lot of the times because the Most High drank wine. He certainly did. So I encourage some red wine every once in a while, family. I encourage red wine every once in a while because we need it. It's just overall for good health. So you need that every once in a while. But, family, I just need us to understand that we are living in the last days. Now, me personally, I believe at any given moment, that sky is going to crack open. I really believe that, family. I believe at any given moment, that sky is going to burst right open and the Most High is going to send his chariots down and destroy this place. I really believe that, family. I just believe that in our lifetime, we are going to see that. We're going to see it because what we are going through right now is a cleansing. We are going through a cleansing right now, family, with this whole coronavirus thing. And let's be clear. We know that this whole coronavirus thing was created in a lab. We know that it was created in a lab, but the Most High is using what they created for everyone else, in particular, the chosen seed, us Israelites, family. You know, it was chosen for us to help, kill us off. That's what it was chosen for. But they put this coronavirus out, but who is it killing the most? They keep trying to focus on us and make it us. And whenever it does happen to us, they focus on that. To say, see, look, it's happening to you guys at an alarming rate. But who is it killing really at an alarming rate? Who did it initially attack and kill at the alarming rate it happened? It was a whole lot of white folks, Italians and those Chinese people and other groups. It was knocking their asses out because the Most High is doing a cleansing right now. And the Most High is also taking a lot of us out, us rebellious ones who just refuse to follow the Sabbath, for us who refuse to not cook, want to continue to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, who want to continue to be evil towards his brother, and hate, all these things, the Most High tells us not to do. And we continue to do it. Because the Most High tells us when you have a grievance with your brother, you need to forgive them right away. Because you don't know when the Most High is going to crack that sky open, and you have them telling you, oh, well, we need to talk about it. We need to go to therapy. We need to have a session and then we'll talk about it next week and all. We can't do none of that, family. We can't do any of those things because time is of the essence. Time is of the essence, family. And we need to understand that. We need to understand that any given moment, the Most High will crack that sky open and we we are in trouble. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's gonna be a whole lot of us that's gonna be in trouble because we ain't ready. We are not ready because we won't even do the simple things. We won't even do the simple things that he requests for us to do. You know, like wearing fringes. You know, we're supposed to do that. We're supposed to wear fringes. And you have some people that say, "Oh no, I can't do that. No, that don't look good." You know what I'm saying? I got a receded hairline, family. You think I like going around? You know what I mean? Showing my receded hairline? I really don't. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is, we cannot shave our head, and I had a problem with that for a very, very long time. But I've just come to the realization that uh me getting the kingdom is a lot more important than me worried about some damn bald spot. You know what I'm saying? I've just come to that realization that I'd rather get the kingdom, and that's just really the bottom line. So it's a whole lot of things that I used to do because I was a scumbag. I'm not going to even lie. I was a total scumbag in the world. You know what I'm saying? Did a whole lot of things that I wish I can take back. You know, uh, whole lot of things that I'm not proud of. You know, but when you get into this truth, people will reveal themselves to you, and you'll be able to see, gee, I don't need this person in my life. And people will remove themselves from you, even though you might try to hold on to them, and say, well, maybe we can be friends, or, let's just be friends. But people, if they can't have you the way that they've had you while you was in the world, they don't want you at all. And you just have to come to the realization of that. You can't hold on to everybody because everybody ain't to be held on to. And that's what I had to come into realization. And now it's so much easier to let people go that ain't supposed to be there in my life. Because my walk with the Most High God is way more important than holding on to some relationship that is damaging to my soul. And that's real talk, you know. And I've come to the realization, because I do love my people so much. But what I'm understanding is, because we are fighting a spiritual war right now, that a lot of my people, and women in particular, they come on attack mode and just out of nowhere will attack me. And I'm noticing this more and more. The other day I was at the store, and these two young, beautiful girls, they just pulled in behind me and they blocked me in. Now I went to the store and did what I needed to do. But when I came back to my car, I noticed, I'm like, okay, these young girls, they got me blocked in. So their windows were up, they had tinted windows, but I knocked on the window and I let them know, okay, I'm getting ready to back out, sweetheart. I'm getting ready to move my car. I'm getting ready to back out. They ignored me. And I already felt disrespected because I'm like, well, damn. I mean, I just distinctly told these little heifers that I'm getting ready to back out. So move. I need you to move. But I'm not getting ready to argue with you and all that kind of stuff. So I just got in my car, started it up, and I backed my car out and it bumped their car. Well, they didn't like that. So now she decides to get out of her car, and she's pissed now. And so she gets in the driver's seat, and, she's, you know, talking under her breath and pissed off. So I turn my head back and I say, thank you, sweetheart, for moving your car. Well, she didn't like me saying that to her. And she says, well, don't say nothing when I bump your shit. And I had to let her know, I said, now this is where common courtesy comes in. All you had to do was move your car when I requested for you to get up off your ass and move your damn car. But you felt the need to be disrespectful to me. And I don't understand where that shit came from. I don't understand that at all. I don't get the disrespect. Now I'm getting ready to back out. You think I'm gonna continue to stay here and wait till you decide to move? No, boo. If I have to move your shit with my car, that's exactly what I'm gonna do with your ignorant ass. Because I can get just as ignorant as you. I don't want to, but I don't appreciate the disrespect that I'm getting from you. You know, and I just lightly tapped her card just so I can move the hell out. And she copped an attitude, and I had to address that situation. But then she's like, "Oh, you still talking? You need to keep going." I'm like, "Sweet, you talking to a grown ass man? You need to stay in your goddamn place. You don't talk to me like that." And she's like, "I get my brother." I said, "Sweetie, if you want to get your brother shot and killed, that's your business. Because if he would defend you off of something that you caused, if he's stupid enough to defend you off of that, then not only will I take care of him, but I'm going to shoot you too." And I had to let her know that. And she looked at me like, "How dare you say that to me? But you're the cause of this whole problem. I will not hesitate but to shoot your ass too because you caused this problem." But I said, "Mosai, let me calm down because I didn't want to continue arguing with no females." And then another young lady got out the car who ignored me when I walked up to the damn car and was like, "Yo, I'm getting ready to back out." Now all of a sudden she got something to say. I'm like, you know what? Let me go on and go. You know what I mean? Because this wasn't even necessary. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't even have said nothing to him in the first damn place. And I realized that. So this is where, the Most High is working on me because my anger, I used to have really, really serious anger issues. I used to have serious anger issues, and I'm working on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on that because sometimes people would take you there, and it's your people that do it the most, and it's women that are doing it the most. And I'm like, wow, like you just don't know how I try to fight for our people. You just don't even understand that, and you coming off at me like that. That is disheartening. I have to tell you that's disheartening to me. But what I'm learning how to do is don't even argue with these people. You know what I'm saying? And just learn how to just let a lot of things go. That's something that the Most High is working on me. But like I said, we have to learn how to fix our problems immediately. We cannot hold on to to grudges within our people. It's not for the whole world. What white people are doing to us right now and what other nations are doing to us right now, no, that's not something that we should be forgiving. And we should hold on to that, and we should teach our children about this that's going on right now. We need to tell our children about this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because how is it that you can have, a grandmother telling their grandchild about Emmett Till, and then you have that child telling their child about all these deaths that's happening right now: a Tatiana Jefferson, Ahmaud Arbery, you know, and the list goes on and on. How is it that we have to continuously tell our children about these things? But we have to, because we have to let them know the world that they are living in. We have to let them know that, because this shit is real, and we are seeing it firsthand. We're seeing it happening. You know, because nothing has changed in all of that time. We're still being slaughtered and killed by our enemies. These people simply do not like us. They just don't. And we are facing racism in every aspect of our lives, even at work. Even on my job, they created another ward, excuse me, called, it's an extension of the ICU because of the COVID virus patients. And the nurse manager on this particular ward, who is a white man with a Irish accent, and it just irritates the fuck out of me, family. I just his whole demeanor. He got those harsh blue eyes. He just looks like a fucking demon. He looks like a fucking evil ass demon. But he's, over the whole that made up unit. So whatever. So his rule. I'm gonna tell you another thing about Crafty Cancel. This is what they do, family. Um, on his unit, when you work in this extended ICU, you have to help in the other ICUs, as needed when they're overwhelmed and all this kind of crud. Now this extended ICU is busy as hell. So I'm working, and shit like that. So this African who is the charge nurse at night, because they're both in it together, family. You know what I'm saying? You got the Edomite and you got the Hamite working hand in hand. Just because her skin is dark, she's just as evil as that Edomite, family. Let's just get that straight. And both of them working together. I'm working my ass off taking care of my patients. She comes and says, "Oh, can you go to the other side to go work?" I said, "No, I cannot go on the other side and go work because I'm getting ready to go in this room that I'm assigned to and work." She said, "Well, the nurse manager said, you guys have to help and da 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 da." You guys. Now, whenever time I would tip my ass around that damn corner and dip my ass around the corner in the other ICU, you guys are on your phones. You're charting. You guys are sitting on your asses, laughing and talking, and doing all these things. When clearly all night, the nurses that are working on this side, we're working our asses off. There was no sit time and time for us to relax and all that kind of stuff. We've been working all night. The only time we took, were able to relax was on our breaks. And then right after our breaks, we went right back into those rooms and we were handling our business. Now you want me to go over there to go help. So you want to work me like a Hebrew slave, basically. So again, you have this Hamite working under the order of this Edomite, but see, this is where the crafty counsel comes in, because there were other people that she could have asked to go around the corner you know, help with the ICU. But of all people, she asked me. Of all people, she asked me. Now, family, I had one of a Edomite, nurse in the nursing office tell me a day before all of this happened, "Oh, Trayvon, when you work on this particular ward, they just love you. They think you walk on water. They love you so much. You're so helpful. You help everyone. You're just wonderful. They love you." And then I get this crap. So it's all a setup. All of it. All of it was a setup. You know what I'm saying? No, of all the people that you could ask, you're going to put more work on me. But see, this is what they do, family. When we were in Egypt and we had to be slaves, they will add more work onto you. Even on all the work that you're already doing, they add more onto you while everybody else can be in comfort. Fuck you. So this Edomite nurse manager tells me, "Well, that's the job and that's what everybody has to do." And I let him say whatever he had to say in front of, the other nurses, because he fronted me off in front of the other nurses, because I had a problem with it, but he fronted me off in front of all the other nurses, but when I talked to him on the side, he was trying to dictate and over talk, and I had to cut him off and told him, "Shut your ass up. Don't say nothing else. I'm speaking." And luckily for him, he humbled himself and allowed me to speak, because it wasn't going to be a nice situation at that point. Now, I let you do all that bullshit in front of, all these other people, but no, 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 no. Let me shut you down right now. You're not going to raise your voice to me telling me what I'm going to do. You're going to shut your fucking mouth. I am so over it, family. I am so over over it. I always have a level of respect for authority. I've been taught you have a certain level of respect for authority. You know what I'm saying? Especially, at work and things like that. But it's very difficult listening to some Edomite, some male Edomite at that. It's very difficult to have to deal with that. It really is, especially when they're always redlining you and they're always trying to come up with ways to take advantage of you. Instead of being appreciative of what you do and the work that you do and the extra that you do and how you go above and beyond, their strategic plan is to figure out a way to extract more work from you, to get over on you. This is what this Hamite and this Edomite were doing. And the Edomite was the one who initiated, but she was going under the direction of this white dude, so-called white dude, Edomite. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wait a minute, you're coming to me asking me for more help, bitch? No. Well, if you don't want to do it, no, bitch, I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do it. And then she had the nerve to say, well, if I hurt your feelings, I said, no, you didn't hurt my feelings. What you did was piss me off. That's what you did. And I don't want to deal with you. She said, well, I'm not trying to discourage you from working on this floor. Well, because you need people to work on this floor, and you need people like me to work on this floor. You need nurses like me to work on this floor. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you're getting ready to fuck it up because I don't have to work on this floor. I can work somewhere else. I can work at a whole nother hospital. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to work here, you know, especially right now. I have a choice to work wherever the fuck I want to work. I don't have to work right here. You know what I'm saying? So I need you to calm down. You know, I mean, but my problem is that they're always strategically trying to find ways to get more out of you instead of just being appreciative. Like most people would just say, oh, damn, he's a good worker. You know, we appreciate him. You know, thank you. You know, thank you. You know, they would appreciate it. But these demons, the African and the white person, the Hamite and the Edomite, they are strategically trying to figure out ways to push while everybody else get to sit on their ass. Now, all of a sudden, because it's 4 a.m. in the morning, now, can you go and help on them? Because they're so overwhelmed. They wasn't overwhelmed at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. They were taking naps and shit and on their phones and chat, you know, and Facebook and shit like that. Now, I'm not upset about that. Who cares? I don't care if they're on their phones or whatever the situation. I don't give a damn. If they're able to do that, cool. But just like we handling our business over here, and nobody came over here on while y'all was on y'all downtime to come over here to help us. We didn't ask for your help. We handled our business over here because that's the type of nurses that are working over here. But now you need help over there because now you're overwhelmed. Just be overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just be overwhelmed. And now you have some white person telling me, well, you have to help. Didn't nobody come help me? Didn't nobody come over here and help me? Didn't ask for nobody to come help me. So they have to do their own damn work, especially now that I'm still overwhelmed and I'm still doing my thing. So tough. But that's the kind of shit that they do, family. That's the kind of crafty counsel that they do to us, family. And it's some bullshit. But this is the kind of shit that we have to be used to. And this is the kind of shit that a lot of us just turn, you know, a blind eye to and say, oh, you know, it's not happening to me. No, but it is. It is happening to you, you know, and we need to call it out. We need to call this type of thing out instead of just ignoring it and acting like the shit doesn't exist. And then another thing this Edomite said to me, well, I understand that you're upset because of all that's going on right now. He said that to me. That Edomite said that shit to me, family. You know, I understand that you're upset because of all that's going on right now. Oh, wow. Boy, I tell you, these demons, family, you know, are just coming out of the woodwork and they're showing you who they are. You know, they're showing you who you are. And I would really like for a lot of so-called black people, us Israelites, to ask their white friends, the people that are quote unquote marching with us, ask them, do you agree with us having reparations? And I want to see what a lot of them will say. I want y'all to come in. I want y'all to let me know what a lot of them will say. Because naturally, they're not going to agree with you having reparations. They're okay with you being in the position that you're in, and they're quote unquote standing with you, but they're sleeping with you, having sex with you. A lot of those little white girls, boy, they love black dicks. They love them. You know, a lot of those little white girls. And that's what a lot of these men, these men are hating on. These white men are hating on because a lot of our young quote unquote Israelite men are moving into their areas, you know what I'm saying, getting to these little white girls, you know, and now these little white girls don't want their asses, you know, And I do not encourage no Israelite male to have sex with some Edomite. That they are beneath you, and you should not be having sex with them, family, or any other nationality for that race. You are to find someone from your own tribe, from your own people. You have to find someone and you got every color of the rainbow in Israel. You got every color of the rainbow, so you can get your flavor just in our tribe alone. You can get your flavor, so you don't have to go outside to these other nations to get anything, because we're not supposed to touch them. We're not supposed to deal with them in any fashion, family, sexually or otherwise. Now, we understand we have to deal with them on a business level. Sometimes we understand that, you know, that's fine. That's cool, but we are supposed to limit that. We're supposed to limit any interactions with them. We're supposed to separate from them. We have our own dress code. We're supposed to be dressing under. We're not supposed to be dressing like them. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, when the Most High cracks that sky open, and we are dressed like the other nations, those are the ones that are instantly going to be killed. That's just a reality, and that's just what it is, family. If you are not dressed correctly, or you are not in the dress code that the Most High has given to you, if you are not in the dress code, family, when he cracks that sky open, you're gonna be the first that are killed, family, because you're not supposed to be eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. We have our own dress code. We have our own laws that we are supposed to be following. We have our own traditions, our own holidays that we're supposed to be following. But these are the things that we need to talk about, family. These are the things that we need to be able and to commune with. We need to be able to come together and say, okay, this is okay, we got another holiday coming up. We have another thing that we need to be doing that is coming up right now. So instead of following these other nations and following Christmas, Thanksgiving, and and Mother's Day and Father's Day, and now the holiday that's coming up right now is 4th of July. Now, family, where in the hell were we 4th of July? Where were so-called black people who are Israelites? Where were we in the 4th of July when this whole thing came about in the 1700s? Where were we? If you said slavery, you'd be right. We were enslaved. We were enslaved. So us celebrating and popping fireworks, and we got a lot of us that we just slow to learn. And this is the reason why we are still in bondage, and this is the reason why we keep being attacked, because we keep breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. We're not supposed to follow the ways of the heathen. We're not supposed to do it, family. We can't do it. We are Israelites. And you have a lot of celebrities who are coming out now, like Fantasia and her husband, Kendall, are coming out, and they are announcing that they are Israelites. And Fantasia is come out, and she's even announced, and she knows that she is from the 12 tribes of Israel. So all praises to the Most High for that. We have people like Kendrick Lamar, who said it in one of his songs, hey, I'm from the, 12 tribes. I'm an Israelite. It's coming out slowly but surely. I believe Ice Cube even made mention to that. I believe. I don't quote me on that one. But I did see some kind of meme up about him, making acknowledgement of us being of the 12 tribes. So if he did, kudos for that. You know what I'm saying? All praises to the Most High for that. You know what I mean? But this is what we have to do, family. And right now they're putting up all over, I believe in Hollywood Boulevard. They have this, painted on the streets, Black Lives Matter, but we're not black. We are not black. And here's another tidbit for you, family. If you look up the word black in the Old English dictionary, you have to go back to the Old English dictionary, that's, I don't even believe is in print anymore. But if you look at the old definition of the word black, you know what it means? It means pale. It means pale. Black, the definition of the word black, of that word black in the Old English dictionary means pale. So when Caucasians were considered black, They were considered black, but some kind of way it turned on us and we started being called black. Just look it up, family. Look it up. I want you to do your own research and look that up. But that is a truth bomb for you. You know, some kind of way we ended up being black. But that's not, we're not a color. We're not a crayon, family. We have an origin from which we come and we have a name. And the Most High is only dealing with us with our name. That's the only way he's going to deal with us, family. So when we keep calling ourselves things other than what we are, he's not dealing with us. And he's not going to hear a sinner's prayer. So while we over there in the Christian church and praying and thinking that he's hearing our prayers, the Most High is not hearing your prayers. Not until you start following his laws, statutes, and commandments. That's the only way he's going to hear your prayer. You know, we think we can come as we are and he's going to hear our prayers, and we can just be in sin and just be wretched. That's not how that works. We have been lied to. We have been lied to, family. No, you have to follow his law, statutes, and commandments. And then when you pray, because Most High already knows what you want and what you need. He knows what you want and what you need before you ask for it. But he just wants you to ask for it. But while we over there just praying and then just, oh Lord, and oh hallelujah, and all that, he ain't answering all that. He just wants you to come to him and say, Most High, I need this, blah, blah, blah. And he wants you to come to him and ask for it, because if you don't ask, you're not going to receive. That's all he wants you to do. Just say what you got to say. Just say what you have to say, and he will give it to you. He'll bless you. But the only way he's going to do that is if you follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. And this is the reason why we continue to be struck down and killed and hung. And they're sending a message to us, family. That's what they're doing. They're sending a message to us. And we have to see that for what it really is. They are killing us at alarming rates, because you have a whole lot of them that are pissed off. I can't tell you the tension that I'm having just even at work. Now, I haven't said anything or done a thing to any of these people. But people that was cool with me, did can't even stand to even look at me. Because they know that things are changing and it's not for them. And they have a problem with that. They have a problem with it. Because a lot of our marching is helping. A lot of our marching that we're doing, it's helping. We're going out there, we're marching and we're demanding justice and things like that, But in order for us to be the head and not the tail, we have to come back as Israelites, and we have to follow his law, statutes, and commandments. And this is all throughout the Bible. This is all that the Most High keeps reiterating over and over and over and over again. He is only talking to one group of people, the Israelites, and the only thing that he keeps requesting is that we follow his law, statutes, and commandments. And then he will turn things around. And this is why the other nations are afraid, because when we start following the law, statutes, and commandments, he's going to turn his face back to us. And things are going to start going in our favor. And it's going to be for their downfall and their destruction. And they know that. And they're afraid. But that's okay. Let them be afraid. That's okay. But my thing right now is just praying for my people. And not only that, but also praying for the destruction of the other nations who continuously hold us down. See, we've been brainwashed to want to just pray for the other nations for healing and, and all that kind of bullshit. Start praying for destruction. Didn't our forefather, King David, do that? He prayed for destruction of our enemies, and he prayed a future prayer, for this time that will happen now, because he knew he was given a vision that The things that are happening right now are going to happen to his people. He knew that. So he prayed a prayer for destruction. That's what we should be praying for, family. For destruction of these other nations. Not love, peace, and harmony. Fuck out of here with that. Love, peace, and harmony. We need to be praying for destruction. That's what we need to be praying for. And that's what I'm all for. Just like our forefathers. We have to have the spirit. We cannot have the spirit of fear. We have to have the spirit of warriors, like our ancestors. That goes for the men and the women. We have to have the spirit of warriors. We cannot have the spirit of fear. We have to stop with that. We have to stop with all of that. And we have to come back to loving ourselves and following our traditions, because that's what the Most High is calling us to. He keeps shutting everything down. Everything that keeps us distracted, he keeps shutting it down. He shuts it down. So this is why we have to say, you know what? Maybe let me try it this way it's because every other way that we keep trying it is just not working. We keep getting shown time and time again that we are less than, that they want to continuously kill us, just like they're doing right now to show us a message. But then we got to get stupid ass people who with this all lives matter, and it's usually people that look like us and half breeds and shit like that's what this whole all lives matter, because they have someone that that looks like the enemy in their family that they love, and they don't like them being attacked, even though we get killed constantly. And we're those same people saying that, damn, yeah, you're right. We need to stand up for this. We just accept this is what it is. But when we start attacking them and standing up for ourselves, now we need to focus on all lives matter. I can't with that, family. I can't deal with that. With this whole all lives matter shit. I'm done with that. I'm done with the whole all lives matter thing, because they are strategically attacking us. That's what they're doing. And we have to understand the reason why. Because it has been sent out to kill us. It's been sent out. Kill them. And this is what's happening to us. And that's why it's just going to continue to keep growing and growing and growing and growing. So that's why we need to say these people's names. And the Most High, let's be honest, put them to death. You know what I'm saying? The Most High had his reasons for putting these people to death. You know what I mean? He allowed these people to be put to death because the Most High is cleansing. He's taking out a lot of people right now. This is what he's doing. The Most High is taking a lot of people out right now. He's getting it prepared for when, he's getting ready to shut all this down, when he's getting ready to his return. So he's taking a lot of people out right now. And we're seeing it happen right in front of our faces, But Rayshard Brooks, may you rest in peace, brother. To Malcolm Harsh, may you rest in peace. And to Robert Fuller, may you rest in peace, brother. Rest with our ancestors, because all of you are now ancestors. And may you rest with our ancestors. I need you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Press that thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section. And make sure you subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed to my channel, family. Press that red subscribe button and press that bell, that notification bell, so that way you will always be notified of a video when I decide I want to make a video. That way you always, get it when it pops up. So leave a comment in the comment section, family. Thank you for coming in and joining me, family. I love you. And do me a favor, family. Let's try to love one another. Let's try to love one another, Black women. Let's try to love our men who are kings. Black men, let's try to love our Black women who are queens. Let's try to love, because I'm just really feeling a lot of hate right now, a lot of tension, and I'm getting it mostly from our women. And this has got to stop. This has got to stop. We need to spread love towards one another, especially right now, because the Most High is coming back, and He's coming back with a vengeance, family. And we got to understand that. We got to understand it. He's coming back with a vengeance. He's not playing around, because this is the last captivity. This is it. Once we go into rulership, family, we will be ruling forever. And we're going to be inside those gates. All 12 tribes will be inside the gates. All the other nations are going to be outside the gate, serving us, you know, following these laws. That's real. And we need to understand that, because we're going to be following the laws in the new kingdom and the new heaven. We will be following the law, statutes, and commandments, family. So we might as well start practicing now. We might as well start practicing now, because we're going to be kings and queens. We're going to be ruling. Do you not understand that? We're going to be ruling. And I'm excited about that, family. So whatever it is I got to do to make sure that I'm in that 1/3, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it. That means if I got to let go of certain people because they want to keep me in sin, hey, I mean, it's just what it is. And that's the mentality you should have also. We have to do it. This is very important, because our lives are dependent on it. Our lives are dependent on it. But like I said, I need you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Press that subscribe button, and I'm going to see you all on the next video, family. Thank you for coming in and joining me. Shalom.